She sat alone at the dinner table, the small yellow candlelight illuminating the table, her meal, the cup, and unopened bottle. Looking at the clock on the wall opposite her, a smile slowly manifested on her face as the clock struck 10 p.m., the exact time she met her beloved all those years ago. Pressing her palms against one another, she whispered a small prayer, thanking God for allowing her to meet her beloved, before picking up the knife and fork on the sides of her plate and digging into the meat on her plate. Taking the first bite, tears began to run down her cheeks as she was reminded of the first meal they shared in this very house. The second mouthful brought memories of them relaxing in the living room, either watching TV or just wrapped in each other's embrace, listening to the beating of each other's hearts. Each mouthful caused a memory to surface, and each surfaced memory caused tears to fall from her eyes. Reaching for the bottle next to her, she unscrewed the cork and poured out a viscous, dark red liquid into the cup next to her, filling it to the brim. Raising the cup in a toast to her beloved, she emptied it in a single breath, careful not to let any spill. Wiping her lips with the back of her hand, she looked down at the almost empty plate and with a heavy heart took the next bite. As the taste filled her mouth, her eyes rolling to the back of her head in ecstasy, a new memory surfacing. This one was new, not hers, but that of her beloved. She watched through his eyes as her beloved took his very first steps, feeling the fear and excitement he felt as he tottered towards the smiling woman, his mother. The memory faded several moments later, leaving her with a sense of longing. Looking at the last piece of food on her plate, she reluctantly placed it in her mouth and slowly chewed, more tears falling from her eyes as she relived their first kiss from the eyes of her beloved, heart fluttering in bliss as his fear and worry flowed through her. Fear that the kiss would be disappointing, worry that she would realize that she was so far out of his league and could do better than him. However, she didn't care. He was hers, and he was perfect. The memory flittered and faded, its absence leaving behind an aching sorrow in her heart, empty eyes staring at the empty plate. She poured the remainder of the drink into her cup, drained it in a single breath, and then got up, depositing her before getting up and placing the utensils in the already full sink, ignoring the soft scent of decay and neglect coming from it. Walking to the upstairs bedroom with practiced steps, she paused to adjust a crooked frame on the wall, brushing away the thin layer of dust that had settled on the picture of a young man wrapping his arms around a woman in an intimate hug, a jagged hole where the woman's face was. Anger surged through her as she stared at the picture. How dare someone else reach her beloved before her? How dare he have a first that wasn't her? She took the picture off the wall and threw it down, the frame shattering and sending glass flying everywhere. Breathing heavily, she continued her journey to the bedroom that she and her beloved shared, her hands fumbling as she took the key for the door from her pocket and opened the door, the hallway light illuminating the room and its single inhabitant, the unconscious body of her beloved, his entire left arm and leg gone, the shallow rise and fall of his chest, the only indication that he was alive. "Bear with me just a little bit longer, my beloved," she cooed, her anger evaporating as she laid down next to him, her fingers tracing his features with a gentle reverence, mapping the dips and curves of his body, the slick, empty sockets of his eyes, the gashes in his skin that she had gifted him. "I will soon be done, and then you and I will be one, inseparable." Her fingers traced the ruins of his body, a look of hunger and longing in her eyes. "I'm seeing more of your memories, my beloved. Soon you will be me and I will be you, no longer two separate beings but one flesh." She pulls closer to him, inhaling his scent, the fear and suffering a drug. "After all, you are what you eat," she murmured as sleep overtook her, placing a gentle kiss on his cheek.